First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High God Yahweh, through Son named Lord begotten Son of Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, we were ignorantly called Jesus Christ.
Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Adahaya Nawa Yahweh Akad.
This world, Lord God, the Lord. All right, Lord Yahweh giving us another day of the fire. Teach us so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American. Try to true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. All right, it's also prophesied the downfall of this wicked kingdom of Babylon, aka America. All right.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5. Many of you lack wisdom, and have asked of God, that giveth to all man liberally, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given unto him.
And if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God, right? So if you're lacking wisdom on something, you're not understanding something, you need to pray to the Most High, right? You need to face towards the east, you need to pray to the Most High and ask him of that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right, give me that.
And it's how you pray to the Most High. Are you on your knees? Are you only laying down flat on your face in respect? This is the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy.
Hey, but that the wisdom from above is first pure. All right, it's gentle. All right, it's without hypocrisy. It's all these things, all these good things that's going to be added unto you. All right, because one law is not going to defeat the other law. One law is not going to contradict the other law. Like, why would you keep that, but this says that? You know what I'm saying? So none of the Bible is hypocrisy, right? But Christianity is hypocrisy. Catholicism is hypocrisy. Islam is hypocrisy. All these other religions have hypocrisy because if you're a Christian and you say the law is done away with, right? Then but Matthew 15 and 24 says it's not, all right, and then Luke 12 says it's not, then you're just contradicting yourself, right? If you're a Catholic and then you're over here praising freaking Mary and everything, the Virgin Mary, but the Bible says that Mary's not a virgin. She's a virgin, she's a young woman, but she's not a damn woman. Right? There wasn't no immaculate conception.
Hey, there's a lot of people out there that believe that immaculate conception. They really do.
And then if you're a Muslim, right? You bow down to a rock, but what does the Quran mean? It means to recite. You're supposed to recite the Bible. And you're supposed to listen to the Israelites. And the Israelites say, do not bow down to another God, except for who you call Allah, which means God. Power. Right? You got that. Give me Ephesians 5.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
It says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, right? Let's take this to another place. Let's say you're in school, right? And you're trying to learn some math, and you finally start understanding the math. You're like, damn, okay, cool, that's our bet. Now I can do this homework. All right, now I can follow along your class, because now you finally obtain the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of that math equation, right? It's the same thing with the Bible. When you behold some wisdom, knowledge, understanding of a precept, right? You become happy. Go ahead.
And the man that getteth understanding.
Right, right.
When the merchandise says, hey, of it better than the merchandise of silver, and the gate thereof than fine gold.
Right.
She is more precious than rubies.
Right.
And all the things that thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
Anything that you desire is not compared to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Right? And it's like this is the question that he used to ask me, right? It's like, would you rather have all the knowledge? Would you rather have $1 million? I'm saying some people chose $1 million because that's what I'm saying. You can do a lot with $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You can help the whole country. You can do a lot with $1 million, but you can do a lot with that knowledge. You can do anything with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Right? That's
This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17. Verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools.
Right. See ye that you walk circumspectly, not as fools. Right? You have to walk. You have to walk in this world being circumspect. You have to be aware of your surroundings. Right? You have to know what's going on around you. Right? Someone could be able to be like, oh man, you heard about that? What happened to that one lady in Russia and everything? You got good place. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? It's because you're not aware of your surroundings. You're not aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're just there, you're just getting spoon fed by whatever is in front of you. All right, go ahead.
Not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Right. And it's not as fools, redeeming the time, because the days the days right now are real evil right now. So you have to redeem the time. You have to know what's about to happen. You got to know what's going on. You have to start preparing. All right. That's it on that. 10:23.
In the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
The way of a fool, right, is right in his own eyes, right? A fool is always going to tell you that's just not how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe that. He's always right in his own. You can never get to him. All right? He always makes it seem like he's right. Go ahead.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise, right? The people that actually listen and hear you out are and actually go, oh, okay, cool, and they actually start doing it. That's the wise person, right? So if a person ever tells you, you know, say we just don't believe that, and they're not even trying to see what you're trying to say, or they're real foolish, or they're evil. All right, sit on that. Give me Proverbs 18:15.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 23. It is as a sport to a fool to do mischief.
It is as a sport to a fool to do mischief, right? It's like you know, say when you play sports because you're doing it for fun, right? People that are foolish, or they do mischief for fun, right? Go ahead.
But a man of understanding hath wisdom.
But a man of understanding have wisdom. Or if he has the understanding and he has that discernment to say, you know what, saying that's not right, then hey man, he has a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Give me Proverbs 19:20.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 15. The heart of a prudent, get it knowledge.
Right, the heart of a prudent gets knowledge. What does prudent mean? It means to be aware, to be cautious. You know what I'm saying? When you're prudent, you're cautious. Right? You get a lot of understanding when you're cautious about things. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like, you know what I'm saying, people my age in high school. You know what I'm saying? When they're in the classroom, you gotta be cautious, you gotta be prudent about the things that you're learning. You gotta ask questions, right? Go ahead.
And the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge.
In the ear of the wise, seeking knowledge. When you have that ear to hear, are you going to always seek knowledge? You're going to always ask questions. You're always going to make your call, right? Because you're getting that knowledge and understanding. Okay. You give me,
This is Proverbs chapter 19 verse 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end.
they said, be wise and seek counsel. Or you got to hear that counsel that you be wise in the latter end. Okay, so you got kids, you always told the kids, you know what I'm saying, a wise man once told you, because that wise man that you listened to, you took counsel. And you was like, okay, cool, and you put it forward into what you were doing. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which are all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom.
He said, I will give you a mouth and wisdom, right? Most I say, he's going to give you a mouthpiece to be able to talk and be able to, go ahead.
Which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay or resist.
So because all of your adversaries, they're not going to be able to gainsay, they're not going to be able to jump over what you said. They're not going to be able to push aside what you said. Because what you said makes so much sense. All right, they're not going to be able to win over the crowd. You know what I'm saying? When someone able to win over the crowd, that means they made it seem like they said something smarter than you. All right, but when you start learning your vocabulary and you start seeking wisdom, knowledge, you know what I'm saying? You start getting that mouthpiece. You start speaking that wisdom. Okay? Like that, I hear. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5.
Chapter 4.
Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
And when you go to the book of Daniel, to the book of Revelations, they talk about in the last days, these prophets that are here today are the same ones that have been following Christ since the beginning. And a lot of them are the elders that Moses baptized in front of the tabernacle. A lot of them. A lot of prophets here today are some of those elders today. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me.
All right.
Then you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it.
In the land where you go to possess it. You're not possessing the land, but you possess your kind of like you possess your things, your car, your apartment, your house. You know, you don't possess the land, but your property, which is the houses on top of the land. You know what I mean? So these things you got to go and rehearse these righteous acts in the land that you go to possess. All right? The land where you call your own. You stay in Chula Vista. You stay in LA. Stay in San Bernardino. Wherever you stay, that's where you're going to rehearse them. That's where you're going to rehearse these righteous acts. Keep going.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Say what?
Keep therefore and do them.
He said keep therefore and do them. All right? Now, you got to understand that there's a lot of people out there that say you don't have to keep therefore and do them. But then they have to pull up something like John 5 and 56 and stuff like that. You got to go to a lot of different precepts in the New Testament to prove that, which you can. All right? And if you do go to something that is similar to it, you took it out of context. Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation.
Right.
You shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Now, what you got to understand is that blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians are looked at as an unwise people. Why? Because you have thrown away your heritage. It's toxic. You have thrown away your ceremonial laws. So you're celebrating Christmas. You're celebrating Thanksgiving. You have thrown away civil laws. Now you don't know how to treat one another, and your eye is evil towards one another. We can't even walk down the street, you know what I'm saying, crossing each other without having an evil look towards one another. There's no love there. You know what I mean? The moral is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is trying to capitalize off of everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You can't choose capitalism. You pick that out of a box of neocolonialism. You can't do that. Okay? But the fact that you are not keeping these laws and you are listening to a people that tells you that it's okay to be immoral, you are lost. Okay? Read.
For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
Now, it should be said that what is this nation that is so great that has God nigh unto them? And that is us. Read. Keep going.
As the Lord our God, verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
Not you.
As the Lord our God.
Not you. Not you. Talking about these Somali mollies out here. Read.
It's in all things that we call upon him for. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 12. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. You heard the voice of the word, but saw no similitude.
But saw no similitude. You heard the voice, but saw no similitude. You saw no glory. All right? It was just a voice speaking out of the clouds, out of fire. That's what our ancestors saw. They didn't see anything. All right, read.
Only you heard a voice.
Right.
And he declared unto you his covenant, which is commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments. And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone.
Now those 10 commandments still run forward. So when you go to Exodus 20, that's where it starts. Go to Exodus 20 and keep reading. It gives you 10 commandments, and it starts giving you statutes. And then when you get to like 25 and 27, it starts breaking down the tabernacle and building the tabernacle. Those things must be done. All right? May everything be done decently and in order. All right? That's where you get that from. 2 Corinthians 14 and 40. Read.
Then you might do them in the land, whether you go over to possess it.
See? That you might do them. Keep reading.
Verse 15, take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves.
Right.
Ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb, out of the midst of the fire.
Right.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
So, hey, a lot of people get that mixed up real quick. Blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly. So you having counsel with somebody, they're an ungodly person. They don't care. All right. They don't live by the laws we live by. They don't keep the law. Okay. We keep the law. So if you're listening to a Christian that's ungodly, so if you then come and listen to us and we give you the truth, and then you leave us and you come back saying something totally different, and you're not going to listen to us, you are now walking in the counsel of the ungodly.
That happens a lot with Bible.
Yeah. They're walking in the counsel of the ungodly. Hey, why? Hey, these women are good for it now. This is the time of rebellious people. Rebellion. A lot are going to depart from the faith. Okay, keep reading out.
Nor stand in the way of sinners. Nor sit in the seat of scornful.
Because they're scornful now because of what they heard. All right. Now they're in the way of sinners. So they came over here because now they're listening to the ungodly and they're telling us what they're not going to do, and they're scorned and they're in the seat of the scornful. They hate us now. But what they're not understanding is the people that come over here and stand around here, they're listening. And now you're in the way of sinners. And then you have a little brother, little cousin, and they need some guidance. And you just got guidance from us. You're in the way of them too. You could be telling them the truth that we told you, but now you're not going to tell them because you're scorned. You're seeing the scornful now. You're all pissy and everything. You're in the way of those sinners, man. You're in the way of your mother. You're in the way of your father, your sister, your cousin, your best friend, your boss, everybody that you can tell something that can be of use and that can be beneficial to them to live a whole lot longer. You know what I mean? Grudging against your brother and grudging against your sister. It's all petty. It's a bunch of petty stuff. All right, you just being petty. All right, petty ass. That's all you're being is petty. All right, you're in the seat of the scornful because you take counsel from the ungodly. That's it.
Verse 2. For his delight is in the law of the Lord.
Woo.
And in his law do he meditate day and night.
Right.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
The rivers of water is at understanding. All right. He should be planted by the rivers of water. These are the rivers of water right here. When you go by us, this is the rivers of water. This wisdom and understanding. All right. Teaching you how to be a prudent man and woman. All right. Stay cautious. Being circumspect. Knowing what's going on around you. All right. This rivers of flowing water. Start from verse 2 at the top, please.
The book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 2.
Right.
For his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law do he meditate day and night.
Right.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
So now that you know that the rivers of water are wisdom and understanding, right? You should be planted in there by meditating day and night, listening to us, watching our classes and everything. Meditate day and night. All right. You should be planted therein by this rivers of flowing water. But you're not. Is that it up?
And bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither. And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
And them leaves are doctrine. Hey, our doctrine should never wither. It's not. Our doctrine is going to stand strong against any doctrine. Anybody that come over here combating against us, our doctrine will stand strong, man. We leave. Our leaves ain't going to fall off. Read.
Verse 4. The ungodly are not so, but are like a shot, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous.
So you got this other tree over here. His leaves are falling off. His doctrine is not strong. It's just withering away. Every time the wind blows, it goes. That's that destruction. That's that, what is that called? The tribulation. That wind is that tribulation that come and blow by. They just don't stand there for long because they can't take it. They're mad because the truth of the Bible contradicts your way of life. That's just what it is. You got it? What?
Verse 6. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
And you know what the Lord know about the way of the righteous? Is that we meditate day and night therein. All right? And we're not standing in the seat of the scornful. And we sure not in the way of the sinners. And we sure not going to stand in the counsel of the ungodly. That's what the Lord knows. We ain't going to do that. But y'all going to do it. You always going to do it, man. And we can tell that you're doing it by the way you talk. We can tell that you're doing it by the way you get mad. You're real soft to the touch. These brothers and sisters are soft to the touch, very effeminate. All right? As soon as we touch y'all with a precept, or as soon as we get stern with you, you start to get mad like a bitch. All right? You soft to the touch. Don't nobody want no bitches around, especially in a man. All right? So you need not to be that leaf that is blown away at the wind of tribulation. All right? And I got to say it how I got to say it. I mean, all that bitch assness got to go. And everybody. You got to learn how to take correction. Right? You're going to get yelled at. You're going to get talked to like that. You're going to, man. You just got to learn how to take it. Right? It's called being tested. Okay? Is that it? Bring that up real quick. Yeah.
So, chapter 103, verse 17. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and in his righteousness unto children's children.
Okay, hold on. So the Most High said, hey, be like thy Father is in heaven. We got mercy. We're going to have mercy on folks. We're going to have mercy, man. We got to have mercy on folks. All right? That way, people won't sit in the seat of the scornful for so long. All right? And they won't feel like, you know, it won't be like a stumbling block to you. And they won't stay in the seat of the scornful. Then they start to meditate, and the Most High start to show them stuff because you're not in the seat of the scornful, man. You're taking that rebuke, taking that correction. Okay? Keep reading.
Verse 18. To such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments.
What? Keep going.
18. To such as keep his covenant.
To such as keep his covenant. Go ahead.
And to those that remember his commandments.
All right, so these things are going to happen to such as keep his covenant. All right, like dietary, like civil laws, loving your brother and your sister. You know, speak to your don't be chiding your elders. All right, and that precept that says rebuke not your elder is talking about scorning your elder. And the way you come at him, nah, elder, nah, F that, man. You wrong, elder, shut up, man. Y'all niggas wicked. Is how you come at him is talking about. Don't come at him like that. All right? You gotta entreat your elders like their father, okay? Like they're your father, and you gotta know how to talk to them. All right? You can't be disrespecting your father like that. Why are you gonna disrespect an elder like that? Okay? You got some more there?
Book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy
so
still.
So basically said the unjust is going to be unjust. There's no changing. The filthy is going to be unfilthy. There's no changing. That was a strong precept right there, man. You're just going to be unjust. You're just going to be unfilthy. I had to break that down. Read.
And he that is righteous, let him be righteousness still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
So a man gonna be separate. Make him stay separate, man. Hey, don't be double-minded. A double-minded man is unstable in all things. Okay? He that is righteous, stay righteous. He that is filthy is going to stay unfilthy. Understand that. He that is wicked is going to be wicked. Understand that. Read.
Verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
So he's basically telling you the reward is with him. Okay? But he already understands the righteous is going to be righteous, the filthy is going to be unfilthy, and the wicked is going to stay wicked. But he said, understand this, stay righteous, and your reward is with him. All right. No matter where Yahweh Shai go, we gonna go. And that's what we working for, man. And you can't be slothful in your work. You can't. And he's going to reward them according to their work. Right? So how do you work on the job site? Are you in order? Are you at work right now? You know what I'm saying? Are you at work right now? Did you punch in today? Did you punch in today? Did you click, you know what I'm saying? Your car been punched today? No. If you didn't clock into work today, you're doing something wrong. And your reward is not with Yahweh Shai. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. It's not. It is not. No matter what you say, somebody can. What the thing is, somebody's out there buttering their biscuits right now. They're going to the ungodly, right? And the ungodly is telling him that, hey man, just do your work. Go to work, brother. You gotta be able to pay your bills. I understand I gotta pay my bills. I understand that. I gotta pay my bills, man. But what I understand is I got a job to do. And that is to teach my people. All right? And I ain't gonna stop doing it. I'm gonna punch in. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna come out and do the work with my brothers and talk to the sisters out here. I'm going to condemn these damn heathen nations. I'm going to try to get the poor man out of the dunghill. That is my job to do, man, is to get comfort, man. And to let those brothers know that are stuck in their ways and in their constellation, they're in their comfort and doing the same thing all the time, being filthy. They're going to stay on. They're just going to be nasty all the time, man. So my constellation is Yahweh Shai. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, got more things that bring them up. Go ahead. I'll go ahead, officer. Go ahead. Come on.
So, chapter 105, verse 6. Oh, ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all his judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
The word that he commanded to 1,000 generations.
Which covenant he made with Abraham and with the oath unto Isaac, right? And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying unto thee, will I give the land of Canaan a lot of your inheritance? When they were but a few men in number, yea, very few and strangers in it. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another.
And they went to one nation to another, and one kingdom to another, and one people to another, right?
He suffered no man to do them wrong. Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
He corrected kings for the what?
For their sakes.
For their sakes.
He said, touch not mine anointing.
Say what? Say what?
It says, touch not mine anointing.
The Most High said, touch not his anointing.
And do my prophets no harm.
So when he says, touch not thy anointed, that's physically and that's verbally. Okay? Physically and verbally. Read. Is that it? I'll pull that precept, soldier first class.
In the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. Love righteousness, yea, that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart.
So, love righteousness. And think of the Most High with a good heart. Think of Yahweh Shai with a good heart. We call Jesus Christ. All right, with a good mind, man. Think of him with a good mind. So, what does that mean? Let's all think about it. If I'm gonna think about my brothers with a good mind, it's like I'm gonna entreat them goodness. I'm gonna always be willing to help them. All right. So if I'm gonna think of the Most High with a good mind, a good heart, I'm going to do him good, and doing him good is keeping his commandments. If you love me, keep my commandments. So I'm gonna think of the Most High with a good heart. And I'm gonna fear him because what you got to understand is, what is that? An uncleanness. To not be able to think of things before you do them. Okay? It goes into a Colossians 3. All right? An uncleanness. If you can't think of the things that's going to happen before they happen, that's an uncleanness. The Most High don't like that. So I'm gonna think of the Most High Yahweh Shai with a good heart, and I'm gonna keep the law. I'm not going to have this uncleanness about myself. And if I do have an uncleanness, I'm going to get it out. All right? I'm going to mortify. I'm going to depart from the slave deprive it. I'm going to deprive my body of uncleanness. All right? So I'm going to ponder my footsteps. So I'm going to think of the Most High with a good heart. Read.
And in simplicity of heart, seek him.
And the what?
And in simplicity of heart, seek him.
All right, go ahead. In the simplicity of heart, in the understanding of heart, seek him. That's what simplicity means. All right?
This is Psalm chapter 125, verse 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity.
So, if I were to put my hands towards iniquity, the wicked will be able to get me with their rod of unrighteousness. And the rod of unrighteousness can be scorning, like it's happened right now. What's going on, brother? Hey, you saw the scornful? You know what I'm saying? She was being scornful. I'm not finna put my hand towards the wicked like that. I ain't finna do that. Shalom, brother. What's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. But if you can't complain, what you gonna complain about? All right, we're gonna be here, man. And let me give you a flyer real quick. Right there, brother.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Check it, it's Gad. All right, man. Read that again? Yeah, read that again. Was that the part that just read that? All right, go ahead. Start from the top.
Psalm chapter 125, verse 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous.
Yeah, I was talking about the rod. Okay, so the rod can be scorning. The rod can be a bullet, which is the sword. The rod can be neo-colonialism. All right, conquering our people and giving us things that is unrighteous within unrighteous culturally. It can be the way they the rod can be the way they uneducate our children. It's the school to prison pipeline. That's a rod. You got also there's a lot of different mechanisms that can hurt our community, which is the rod. But the only way it can touch us is if we put our hands towards iniquity. Right? So if we meditate day in and day out, we will always seek the Most High, and we will be those leaves that cannot be blown off. So when tribulation comes, we be good. We are right. It's all good. Read.
Psalm chapter 125, verse 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity.
Right.
Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways,
turn aside.
The Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity.
By not giving you your own delusion. You think you're doing something good,
but peace shall be upon Israel.
But peace shall be upon Israel, man.
That's for the people that, like, you know what I'm saying, think you're doing good and everything, but you're putting aside the Most High and putting Esau the white man first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go doing something good, the Most High will judge you.
Like, if you were to give an example of someone turning to a side right now,
doing their own pleasure on the Sabbath. Going out to the club, outside, hanging out with friends and everything.
What would you say? So, what would be something that somebody will be turning aside? What's an example you can give about a person turning aside of the Lord to do other things? Okay. Right.
Someone that showing him facts, history, something that is no one this.
Right.
Every time you see him walking away, they're talking. Yes, you're funny. You know, you're being serious.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. And there's also a brother that's in the truth. He just turns aside. You know what I'm saying? To go do ministry. You know what I mean? He's a part-time Israelite. That's what it is. He's a part-time. You got precept? Pull that.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2.
Woo!
I have loved you, say the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Right.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Say the Lord. Yes, yet I love Jacob, and I hated Esau.
Those ones you call those brothers that what they call agnostic. They're agnostic. Man, God don't love us. Look what they do. And those brothers and sisters that are agnostic believe that, it's just like a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a natural thing to them. Okay. Basically, how would you know if I'm doing something wrong without knowing? They feel it's natural. You know what I mean? So what if I slap the hell out of you? How would you know I did something wrong to you? All right? They were like, well, the way I feel, I know that's wrong by the way I feel. Like, come on, man. You gotta get real.
Psalm chapter 135, verse 4. For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel his peculiar treasure.
And those righteous brothers and sisters that he's talking about, read.
For I know that the Lord is great, and that our Lord is above all God. What's up with the Lord, please?
What's going on with you, brother? How you doing today, man?
How are you guys?
All right. Hey, where you at on this sign right now?
I can't read. Mexican, I guess.
What's your problem?
Mexican?
Then you'll be Issachar, man.
Issachar. What does that mean?
Issachar. All right. Hey, go ahead, break it down.
Get tired. By getting tired, yeah. By getting tired, like R1, R8. That's what Issachar means. People need to get tired. Burning. Hours or long hours. For Mexico, all we do is paint toilets and do yards. We do a lot of work. That the white man cannot do. They talk about it. Their job.
Shit, y'all do work that black people don't do too. Shit. What are you talking about? Oh, you going to church?
I know, but I'm going to church right here.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Is Azteca in the Bible?
Is what?
Azteca in the Bible?
Azteca?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm trying to go to church. I don't know.
Okay. Can we show you just real quick before you go? Hey, get that for me.
This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 32. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the time. Now, what was the aspect of mindset? He had the They also built so the same building right here.
Well, you just read First Chronicles?
Yeah.
What's your First Chronicles 12:32? When you go over here, you got as in the as in time. There's right there in First Chronicles 12:32. All right, man. Hey, tell your pastor to read more than one precept tonight.
I will.
Hey, here we give you a flyer real quick. We give you a flyer.
Thank you, dog.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, check out the video.
Well, thank you.
Probably saw that spirit on it. Probably had it on it. Hey, that happens sometimes.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instructions of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity, to give Subtlety to the simple.
And that's what we are here, man, is to give equity to the people. Subtlety, to give understanding to the simples. All right? And that's what we try to do to the brother right here. Hey, the brother said he had a feminine spirit on. Hey, that brother need to understand and sit here and to get this understanding, because there's a state of subtlety about him. He's very simple. He's not understanding, man. He wants to seek God. He knows, he sees these things that are happening. So he's seeking God. He got itchy ears. And these guys think they're going to itchy ears. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to find out what's going on. And these pastors are making money on them. You know what I'm saying? Just getting them in there and telling them and just docile and again. Leading silly women captive and stuff like that. Read.
To the young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and he will increase learning.
That's right. A wise man will hear and he will increase learning. Go ahead.
And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
That's right.
To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark saying. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
And that's what you gotta understand. The beginning of wisdom is the beginning of knowledge. All right? And understanding and getting that subtlety from us, we're going to give you an understanding. And the wise will stand here and hear and listen, and will gain understanding. That means you're wise if you can sit here and gain understanding. And manifestation, the brother's not wise enough to stand here to get understanding. He's not very prudent. He's not being cautious right now. All right? He's being very simple. And we are here to talk to that brother based off a precept right there, manifestation. Read.
Well, fools despise wisdom
Say it
and
again.
instruction.
Say it again.
Well, fools despise wisdom and instruction.
1 Samuel 13:13, man. Hey, he have not kept the commandments. You're a fool. Right there. Read.
Verse 8, my son, hear the instructions of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
Hey, so don't be a fool, man. Hear the instructions of your father, man. Hey, I'm out here being a spiritual father to my bond and to my brother. Hey, be wise enough to understand here and get instruction here. A wise person will hear. Okay? You got to be able to sit here and be patient and get instruction and ask questions, man. He's going to church, but we out on the corner with Bible. You know what I'm saying? We are the church. Why you gonna go? Hey, I understand why he wants to go in there. He has a comfort with those people. Okay? He has a comfort with those people.
This is Sirach, chapter 1, verse 1. All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and is with him forever.
All wisdom coming from the Lord, and is with him forever. Okay, read.
Who can number the sand of the sea and the drops of rain,
right?
And the days of eternity? Who can find out the height of heaven and the breadth of the earth and the deep and wisdom? Wisdom hath been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence.
Hold. If wisdom has been created before all things, before he made this earth, that's a great hair, man. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, wisdom was created before all things, man. Did you know that? Not very wise right now.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 1. My son.
What?
My son.
Say it again.
My son.
Read.
Forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments.
You will see the characteristics of a person, his heart, his soul. And you will see it in them. They keeping the commandments. You'll see how they move. You'll see how they operate. All right? You see how they congregate with brothers and sisters, that they keep the law and how they talk. All right? You'll understand a prudent brother just by looking at him and see how he moves. All right? You got to attain unto wise counsel. You got to listen to your Father, man, which is in heaven. Then you got to listen to the King. And then the King got us out here. You got to listen to us because the King sent us over here to talk to you. All right? His Father gave the order. He gave it to us. Hey, go out here and do it. Go ahead and do what you're supposed to do.
So what? Chapter 1, verse 14. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Say it again.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So if you're seeking wisdom right now, and you don't feel you have enough, you don't fear him enough. He's testing you. He's trying to see if you really fear him or not. You going?
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Say what?
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
It was created with the faithful in the womb. Yeah. That being said, your brothers and sisters that are off, they're going to churches, they're running their mouth, they're not the faithful. They're not the faithful, man. Jeremiah was the faithful. The Most High formed him in the womb. He said, wisdom was created with the faithful in the womb, man. Read.
Skip to verse 18. The fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of God and it enlarges the rejoicing.
Both what? Yeah, both what?
Both which are the gifts of God.
Oh, both which are the gifts of God. Okay.
And it enlarges the rejoicing that love you.
Hey, perfect health. Wisdom. Hey, having wisdom it gives you perfect health. You start growing from beats. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at my conscience. I'm growing. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding.
Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge. Like we be in the gym, we be kicking certain ways, hitting certain ways, catching people off guard. Spraying. Wisdom raineth down skill. Read that again.
Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding.
And I be feeling wet. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like that one dude from that one karate movie. You know what I'm saying? What's that one dude?
Bruce Lee.
He was mimicking Bruce Lee. Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy with the light. You know what I'm saying? With the light, you be in that ring, you be in that gym with the light. Bang, bang, was hitting. You know what I'm saying? Just wet. Feet wet. Read.
And exalted them to honor them and that hold her fast.
And exalted them that hold her fast, which is that wisdom, which is that understanding. Go ahead, read something.
There's a book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 1. Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree.
So if you're feeling down, right? You're feeling depressed. Your boss done took $300 out of your paycheck. Read that again.
There's a book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 1. Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree.
Man, you are mad because you done got a bad grade. I mean, your girlfriend done broke up with you, man. Your car not working. You didn't get a car. You didn't get the loan. All right? I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm trying to teach you. Okay? Read that again.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 1. Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree.
Read.
And making him to sit among great men.
And that's what happened. That's what happened. What's going on, sister? How's your day? Read that again. Read that again. For these bad days. Read. Wisdom lifted up with him of low degree. All right?
The book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 1.
If you're walking down the street and you having a bad day, read.
Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree.
That means you're just not feeling good for the day, man. Wisdom, understanding. Wisdom is understanding and discernment, man. It lifts up your head. Like, oh, okay, I got it. I know what's up. Read.
And making him to sit among great men.
And that wisdom's going to lift your head up and cause you to sit amongst great men. That's what it's going to do. You got any other? Keep coming, brother. Keep coming.
This is Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
What? Oh, so hold. My son, if what?
If thou come to serve the
So
Lord,
they have a chance to serve the Lord.
prepare thy soul for temptation.
Ooh, so prepare yourself for temptation. Now, it's talking about your characteristics. Everything you stand for, prepare it to be tested. Prepare you to be tested in all those categories. All right, prepare yourself for temptation. Prepare your morals for temptation. Prepare your civil conduct for temptation. Prepare your ceremonial for temptation. All right, did I miss something? Prepare your dietary for temptation. You got to watch out what places you go to eat at, right? You got to watch somebody testing your morals. If you're a flaming homosexual, you're not supposed to do that either. Hey, you're not supposed to do it. You know, it's just nasty as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Tamales and everything.
And they just clam smashing, just clam smashing. You know, they just like this. Look at it. It's like this. It's like this, clam smashing. That's all they do is clam smashing, man. Read that again. No, it's not. Read that again. Hey, you gotta prepare yourself for temptation, man. If you just don't understand stuff, you're stupid. You're a brutish man. You got women pretending to be men. But on any given day can't come to a man and get whooped and thrown through the window. And if the woman believes it, she's stupid.
I laugh when some woman be like, I'll be more man than you. Like, different thing is like, you bleed once a month. Man, don't.
I got it. I don't get that. How can you be more man than me? You know what I'm saying? How can you be more man than a man if you got titties? How can you do that? Yeah. That's a manifestation. That's a manifestation. They was mad to the point they wanted a video recording.
All right.
Go ahead, do that again, Nagoria.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 2. Set the heart aright and constantly endure.
So he starts from the top. Start from the top.
Set the heart aright and constantly endure. My son, thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Right.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
Exactly. So, sorry, like we from the first one, but I kept thinking about that right there. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, that's because they don't want to serve the Most High. They want to serve. They want to serve Bible. They want to serve the LGBTQK AHWC PHOI. You know what I'm saying? They want to serve the alphabet too. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? They're not understanding, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. You about to be tested. You about to really, the Most High want to see if you really have faith. Ain't that right, son? Hey. Sometimes, I fall a little short sometimes with things, and I got brothers around me like, hey, bro, that's just a lack of faith, man. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta understand that. All right, and I gotta get with the programs. I gotta prepare my soul, my characteristic. You know, I'm a certain way when things happen. I act a certain way when things happen. Okay, so I gotta prepare my soul for temptation, civilly, morally. All right, I can't just be quick to make a dumb decision in my time of a low estate. I can't do that. I can't make haste in a time of trouble. It may seem like I'm about to be in trouble. I can't be quick to make an unwise decision. I can't do that. You can't be like that, man. If you mad, you can't make a haste decision how you're making it right now. That's not the way you do it. You're supposed to make a righteous decision. All right? Anybody got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get understanding. But check this out. To all y'all that say y'all rather believe in science, this is a science book. Science means to know. To know means knowledge. Knowledge means wisdom, understanding, and discernment. The fact that it says, get wisdom. And if you get anything, therefore get understanding. This is a science book. You got to know it. It tells you how to live, how to operate. Moral, civil, dietary, and ceremonial. It tells you these things, man. You just got to pay attention. You got to read. You got to be amongst brothers that help you. Okay? You're going to have to do the reading. We just going to help you break things down and show you where it comes from. Okay? We're going to help you out with the history. that comes from inside, and you check it on the outside. You don't start from outside and then go to the inside of the book, like, hey, this over here is right. So I'm gonna go over here. This is wrong. That's stupid. You got to go from in the book to the outside. Okay, this matches up. That's how you do it. I'm not going to prove the store is wrong with what's been done if I'm not going inside the store to see how much fat is in the food and then go outside and look to see if it's wrong. Or I'm going to go look to see if it's wrong, and I'm going to walk by not knowing that how much fat is in it, and I'm going to say that's wrong. I can tell it doesn't have the right stuff in it. It just don't make any sense.
Verse 8, exalt her, and she shall promote thee.
Yeah.
She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her.
He's talking about wisdom. Wisdom is a feminine spirit, man. It's not masculine, it's a feminine spirit. Read.
She shall give to thy head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my saying.
See, that's a feminine spirit. It's feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Wisdom is feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Read.
Hear, O my son, and receive my saying, and the years of thy life shall be many.
That's right.
I have taught thee in the way of wisdom.
That's how you want your woman to be, feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Read.
I have lead thee in right path. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened. And when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble.
Right.
Take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go.
Hey,
keep her.
Take hold of instruction. Don't let her go. Y'all don't got instructions, man. Y'all are very wise unpeople. You don't listen. All right, you think you know it all. You're a very brutish people. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to get their head out their ass and start listening. Not to these white people that are killing you with COVID shots. You know what I'm saying? Stopping your heart. That stuff ain't gonna work. Read.
Keep her, for she is thy life.
Right.
Enter not into the path of the wicked,
Woo.
and go not in the way of evil man.
And that's what they do. They enter into the path of the wicked, right? They talking about capitalism. Everybody's trying to capitalize off everybody. You can't beat capitalism with capitalism, man. Then you following after people that are wicked, that are showing you how to unjustly capitalize off of people. That's what you're doing. You're listening to the wicked. Read.
Avoid it, pass it not by it, turn from it and pass away.
Woo, avoid it, turn not to it, pass right by it. Hey, don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Stay straight ahead, man. All right, with that, I yield. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, right? So let's put in this instance, right? Let's put in this perspective, right? If you got parents, you know what I'm saying? And the parents say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You can chill with your friends, you gotta be back by 10:30, right? You're like, okay, cool, right? You stay past 10:30, you stay to like 11:30, right? And then you come home. That means you had no fear that you wasn't going to suffer the consequences of not coming back home when the time that you were supposed to be home, right?
And you didn't fear your father. Now you got to do.
Right, exactly. Same thing with the Most High. You don't have to fear the Lord that if you don't keep the commandments, that He's going to put you away, man. All right. The Most High judgment is not a little pity pat on the booty. You know what I'm saying? It's a cut it and you off the earth.
It's a car accident. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a hit by a car. It's these things, huh?
A lot of other things too.
Yeah. And the Most High will get you to understand. Trust me, He got His ways to get you to understand. And he's good at that. He's good at that. They that fear the Lord will not disobey His word, and they that love Him will keep His ways. Right? They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto Him.
God, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto Him. know what I'm saying? You ever just try to do something nice for your parents, you know what I'm saying, to get them in a good mood and everything, and you know what I'm saying, so you can ask them something that you want. You know what I'm saying? You ever did that? You have to do that to the Most High. You have to keep His commandments because it's well pleasing unto Him. Go ahead.
I got a precept. This is like Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 3. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins. And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his son. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard.
What does honor mean? Means respect. If you respect your father and your mother, all these things are going to be added unto you, man.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
But a lot of us are going to be tried, and we're going to come out as gold. All right, but the wicked man, go ahead.
But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
None of the wicked shall understand. Go ahead.
But the wise shall understand.
But the wise shall understand. The wise is going to understand what's going on in these end days. The wicked's not. Or when the wicked, when they start putting martial law out there and the race wars start happening more frequently, right? You know, that's when the wicked is like, man, what's going on? Where is this world changing, man? What is America turned into? America's always been like this. Or they just kept it under the covers. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they don't even keep it under the covers. It's just you got your shades on and everything. You're just not seeing nothing, or because you're just plain ignorant, right? What?
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 3, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge,
Right?
because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee.
You are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. All right, that's why I would call you destroyed. And you are destroyed because you lack the presence of the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Or you lack the doing of the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. All right. So while you go to work on the Sabbath day, while you do whatever you want on the Sabbath day, while you're not taking instruction, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, while you getting ran by a girl and everything, you know what I'm saying, being a simp, right? While you're doing all these things, the Most High is going to judge you, brother, sister, child. Okay, got more? Yeah. Right?
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
That's a priest unto the Most High, right? You think that if you don't keep the commandments, you can still be a priest unto the Most High God? All right? No. La'ah, men, they, all of those no's. No, it's not going to happen.
Say it in every language.
Nada.
You get nothing. God, you get nothing, man. All right? Go ahead.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
God, seeing that you forgot the law of the Most High, you're going to forget your children, right? All the children you got, all right, so you're going to forget them too. You're just going to let them live their life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go ahead. You're going to put them away, man. All right? Go ahead.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
Right? So much as we have increased, more we have sinned against the Most High. It's like the more freaking babies we pop out, the more wicked we get. All right, the more the generations, they start naming the generations. Generation X or generation this, generation that, you know what I'm saying? It's because every generation got to do something horrible. You know what I'm saying? Okay?
Therefore will I change their glory into shame.
Therefore will I change the glory to shame, man. When other people on the outside, the other nations look at black people, we look like a shameful people, man. All right? Man, I swear, someone needs to tell Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion this. You are a peasant to our people, man, because you bring so much shame. When white people, when Asian people look at us, they think of Cardi B, 6ix9ine, not even 6ix9ine, he belongs to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, you need from, okay.
That's a part of it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just, you know what I'm saying? We look like peasants to this other people, man. We look like a whole bunch of twerkers and hip grinders.
Lasciviousness.
It looked like
Word lascivious.
if the lasciviousness was a people, that would be us.
They eat of the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. And there shall be like people.
They set their heart on iniquity. All what's on their mind all the time is iniquity, man. Go ahead.
And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doing.
God will punish us for our ways and reward us for our doing, man. And that reward is not good. Is that precept? Go ahead.
It's Sirach, chapter 4, verse 20. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not as.
It said observe opportunity.
Uh-huh.
It said observe opportunity. Okay, and what?
And beware of evil.
And beware of evil. When you observe an opportunity, when you get an opportunity to do something, you need to be aware of what's going on within the opportunity. You need to know what's the motives of the people that's giving you the opportunity. You got to know what's going to be happening, and this is specifically to athletes, right? When you get a contract, what's on that contract? All right, because you know niggas don't like to read and everything, right? So what they'll do is they'll get the contract, and for some reason, it always pops. The only thing they notice is the $14 million deals, right? Well, what if you said in the contract, oh yeah, if you know what I'm saying, if you miss a couple practices, then you know what I'm saying, we get 50% of your money. You know what I'm saying? Or you get injured, that means you only get 5% of your contract. All right, and then you go straight to free agency. Anything can happen. You need to observe opportunity and seek out the evil. Go ahead.
It's verse 20. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul.
And be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. Don't be kind of, you know what I'm saying, don't be kind of itchy about it when it concerns your soul. When something concerns your soul, or you need to be straightforward, you need to go at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like for instance, some brothers are going on, you know, don't act like you're ashamed to correct them when it concerns your soul. You know what I'm saying? How you operate and everything else. All right. So you got to say something. What is how you say it? All right.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear these words that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
The Most I say, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Go ahead.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
Therefore, he will punish us for all iniquity. You know what I'm saying? Because we're his children. He's going to punish his children. Go ahead.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Can two walk together except they be agreed? No. All right, and there's plenty of instances. I've been in plenty of instances where that happened. Okay? I've recently been in an instance. Two people that believe in different things cannot walk together. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You gotta open your eyes.
Okay? Sirach chapter 4, verse 21. For there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which glory and grace. Accept no persons against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. So that's that respect of persons right there, you know. Don't let the reverence and respect of another man cause you to fall. Like for instance, kicking brothers out of a council with no counsel. No reason at all. We just gonna kick them out. Okay? One brother wasn't even there, but they kicked him out too. Don't that sound wicked as hell? Oh, because we know he hang out with him, we're gonna kick him out too. Sound like you hiding something, brother, and you can't contend. That's what it sounds like. And you're supposed to bring your doctrine to the table, brother. Bring your doctrine to the table. I got another. Verse 23. And refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty.
Hey, it said refrain not when there's something to do good. When there's something to do good, don't refrain from that. You know what I'm saying? And then it says do not hide her in her beauty.
Do not hide not thy wisdom in her beauty.
God, do not hide wisdom in her beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like recently I had an opportunity to speak to the San Diego Unified School District. And no one stepped up and was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was speaking for us and everything. So I was like, hey, look. I said, hey, shoot me an email. You know what I'm saying? I'll do this because I want to shoot my wisdom onto everybody. To everybody that's in the meeting, I want to shoot my wisdom to the San Diego Unified School District because our district is trash. You know what I'm saying?
For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning by the word of the tongue. In no wise speak against the truth, but be ashamed of the error of thine ignorance.
Hey, don't be ashamed of the truth, or be ashamed of the error of thy ignorance.
But be abashed of the error of thy
God, but be abashed of the error of thy ignorance.
embarrassed.
God, you're supposed to be embarrassed of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how did I not know that? You know what I'm saying? How did I mess that up, bro?
All right. Be not ashamed to confess thy sin, and force not the course of the river. I say that again. Be not ashamed to confess thy sin, and force not the course of the river.
God, hey, don't be ashamed to confess that sin. Don't force the course of the river. What is the course of the river? Is don't force someone to bring out what they did. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to force that river that's flowing. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to just bring it out themselves.
And make not thyself an underling to a foolish man.
Don't make thyself an underling to a foolish man. All right, don't put thyself under a foolish man. Okay, that person is a fool. Don't subject yourself to that man.
Neither accept the person of the mighty. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Strive unto the truth unto death, and the Lord will strive for thee.
Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss.
Hey, don't be hasty with thy tongue. All right, don't keep yapping and yapping on about just, you know what I'm saying?
To say something.
Right.
So be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants.
God, don't be as a lion in thy house and frantic amongst thy servants. You know what I'm saying? When something doesn't go your way or something goes on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yelling and everything, doing this and doing that, that's being a lion. And don't be frantic. You know what I'm saying? Don't be frantic amongst the servants. Frantic is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this
Always arguing. Hey man, hey man, it's all frantic. And let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay.
all right, don't put your hand out there to receive it. You ain't gonna pay, man. All right.
And when it's time to repay, like, man, hey, throw the rocks and hide your hand.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 16. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 16. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil.
Wise man feareth and departeth from evil. You know what I'm saying? And my own testimony, you know what I'm saying? I had to do this a lot. You know what I'm saying? Say that again.
A wise man feareth and departeth from
A
evil.
wise man feareth and departeth from evil. You know what I'm saying? And there's something called peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? You're around some people, and they bring out a blunt. You know what I'm saying? They pass the blunt around and be like, oh, hey, you want to hit that? You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. It's called peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? But I had to think to myself, I was like, okay, cool. I know if I do this, the Most High is going to mess me up. You know what I'm saying? I swear, man. It's like I don't swear, but I promise you, well, if I feel like I do something bad towards the Most High, I'd be scared to walk anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm about to get hit by a car or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or something's about to happen to me. So I had to think to myself. I was like, not just the Most High going to beat me up and everything, but my dad going to beat me up too.
That's right. That's right.
So, hey, you got to think and refrain from that, right?
But the fool rageth and is confident.
But the fool rages and is confident. He's confident. I can do whatever I want.
Knucklehead.
Right. I'm not. Go ahead.
He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly.
Right.
And a man of wicked device is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge.
And what was that again? He that what? You know, foolishly? What is
He
that?
that is soon angry, he
So like, when you're too angry, it's like
Hold on.
Read that again.
There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 17. He that is soon angry,
He that is soon angry, read,
dealeth foolishly,
he deals foolishly.
Go ahead.
and a man of wicked device is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 2. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Isaiah.
Matthew 2 Matthew 2 and 3? No, 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Sorry.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 2. And saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So I have our whole message today, you know what I'm saying, was about keeping the wisdom of Most High, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, you know what I'm saying, doing all these things, all right? So you need to repent. You need to turn away from your wicked ways, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Remember what I brought out? You're supposed to be prudent in what's going on, because these are the end times. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'll end it on that.
There's the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19. Repent ye therefore, and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the time of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
So repent ye be converted, for the time of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord. Right? You need to repent. When you turn away, you need to convert. That means stop doing the wicked ways that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep the Sabbath day, keep the feast days, or keep all the high holy days. You need to do that and convert. All right, stay with you, man. All right, so when Yahushua come and replenish the earth with his glorious way of replenishing, okay, that you will be saved.
Right. So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa Yahweh Akad.
The original gospel Lord.